Oh, Chizu, do you remember that time we tried to make our own game?
Of course, Ruri, it was a disaster. We couldn't even get the character to move properly.
Ha, ha, yeah, but it was so much fun. We spent hours just trying to figure out how to code.
Fun. More like a nightmare. You kept adding random features that made no sense.
Well, I thought it would be cool to have a flying cat in the game,
A flying cat? Seriously, Ruri? That's why our game never got finished.
but it would have been so cute. Imagine a cat flying around collecting stars.
Cute. More like a glitchy mess. But I guess it was kind of funny in a weird way.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, I guess so. And we learned a lot, right?
Yeah, we learned that we should probably stick to playing games instead of making them.
Speaking of playing games, have you tried that new puzzle game everyone's talking about?
You mean Mindbender 3000? Yeah, it's pretty challenging. I got stuck on level 15.
Oh no, I'm still on level 10. It's so hard. But I love the graphics.
The graphics are nice, but the puzzles are ridiculous. I think the developers were on some kind of sugar high.
Haha, maybe they were. But it's still fun trying to figure them out.
Fun, more like frustrating, but I guess it keeps the brain active.
Exactly, and it's nice to have something to do while waiting for the next big game release.
True, but I'm more excited about the new RPG coming out next month. Have you heard about it?
Oh yes, Eldoria Chronicles, I've been watching the trailers. It looks amazing.
Yeah, the graphics are stunning, and the story seems really deep. I can't wait to dive into it.
Me too. I love games with rich worlds and lots of lore. It's like stepping into another universe.
Exactly, and with all the side quests and hidden secrets, it'll keep us busy for months.
Haha, yeah, I can already see us spending hours just exploring every nook and cranny.
Speaking of which, have you seen the new character customization options? They're insane.
Oh my gosh, yes. You can even choose your character's eye color and hairstyle. It's so detailed.
And the armor sets. They look like they came straight out of a fantasy novel.
I know, right? I'm so excited to try out different combinations and see how they look in battle.
Battle. More like getting slaughtered by the first boss. But hey, at least we'll look good doing it.
Haha, true. But I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually. We always do.
Yeah, we're pretty good at teamwork, even if we do argue a lot.
Haha. Yeah, but that's what makes it fun. And we always make up in the end.
True. And speaking of fun, have you tried that new cooking game?
Oh yes. Chef's Delight. It's so cute and relaxing. I love making virtual pastries.
Pastries? More like burning everything in the kitchen, but it's still kind of fun.
Haha. Yeah, I guess it's more about the process than the result, but the decorations are so pretty.
And the customers are so demanding. It's like real life, but without the mess.
Exactly. And it's nice to have something calming to play after a long day.
True, but I still prefer a good action game to blow off steam.
Oh, I know. Like that new shooter game everyone's raving about.
Bulletstorm. Yeah, it's intense. But so satisfying when you finally beat a level.
Haha. I can imagine. I'm more of a casual player, but I can see the appeal.
Casual? More like hiding behind a wall while I do all the work.
Ha ha ha, maybe, but it's still fun to watch you in action.
And it's nice to have someone to revive me when I inevitably get shot.
Ha ha ha. True, but I'm getting better. I promise.
Yeah, I've noticed. You're not as much of a liability anymore.
Haha, thanks. But seriously, I appreciate your patience.
No problem. We make a good team, even if you do make me pull my hair out sometimes.
Haha, I know. I know. But it's all in good fun, right?
Right, and speaking of fun, have you seen the new trailer for Space Odyssey?
Oh, yes? It looks so epic. I can't wait to explore the galaxy.
Yeah, the visuals are out of this world, and the story seems really intriguing.
Exactly. It's like a mix of sci-fi and mystery. I love games that make you think.
And the combat looks intense. I can already see us getting lost in it for hours.
Yeah, I can see that, but it'll be worth it.
Definitely. And with all the different planets to explore, it'll keep us busy for a while.
True. And the alien species look so cool. I can't wait to meet them.
And maybe get eaten by them. But hey, at least it'll be an adventure.
Haha, true. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. We always do.
Yeah, we're pretty good at teamwork, even if we do argue a lot.
Ha ha ha, yeah, but that's what makes it fun. And we always make up in the end.
True. And speaking of fun, have you tried that new rhythm game?
Oh, yes. Beatmaster. It's so addictive. I love the music and the visuals.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but I can't keep up with the fast beats.
Haha, I know, but it's still fun to try. And the combos are so satisfying.
True. And it's nice to have something to dance to while gaming.
Exactly. And it's a good way to relax after a long day.
Yeah, it's like a mini concert in your living room.
Haha, exactly. And it's nice to have something different to play.
True, but I think it's time we get started with the news, don't you think?
Oh, yes. Let's do it. I'm excited to see what's been happening in the gaming world. So Nintendo just unveiled a new alarm clock called Alarmo.
Alarmo! Sounds like a robot from a cheesy sci-fi movie.
Yeah, but it's actually really cool. It plays video game sounds when you roll over.
Oh, joy! Now I can wake up to the sound of Mario collecting coins. How thrilling.
I know, right? It's like starting your day with a little bit of gaming magic.
Magic. More like a cruel reminder that you're not actually in a video game.
Well, it has 35 different alarms from 5 Nintendo games like Super Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 3, and Zelda Breath of the Wild.
So they're trying to make us feel like we're in a constant state of gaming, clever, but also a bit sadistic.
Haha, maybe. But think about it. Waking up to the parasail music from Zelda could be really soothing.
Or it could just make you want to stay in bed and explore Hyrule all day.
True. But it also has a sleepy sound setting that plays gentle music to help you relax.
So it's like having a Zelda bard playing a personalized lullaby for you?
Exactly. And there's a firm mode too where the alarm sounds get more intense the longer you stay in bed.
Oh, so it's like a video game final boss that becomes more difficult the longer you stay in bed.
Haha. Yes. It's like a daily challenge to get out of bed.
And what if there's more than one person in the bed? Does it get confused?
Yeah, it can't detect a specific person, so if 2 or more people are sleeping in the same bed, the alarm may stop when one person gets out of bed, but restart once it detects someone still in bed.
Great. Now we can have alarm wars in the morning.
Exactly. But there's a button mode too, which might be handy for those times when it's more than just you in the bed.
So it's like a video game coach for your morning routine, turning the act of getting up into a daily mission.
Yes. And you can check records to find out more about your overall sleeping patterns.
Records? So it's like a mini Nintendo for your nightstand, bringing the world of video games to your bedroom.
Exactly. And it's priced at $99 in the US, though UK pricing is yet to be announced.
Well, that's not too bad. I guess it's worth it if you're a hardcore gamer.
Yeah, and it's initially just for Nintendo Switch Online subscribers before wider availability next year.
So it's like a limited time offer for the true believers.
Yes. And it's likely Nintendo's mysterious new wireless gadget that popped up recently in US Federal Communications Commission filings.
So it's not just a rumor, it's actually happening.
Yes. And more alarm options are also said to be on the way as free updates.
So it's like a living, evolving alarm clock.
Exactly. And it's all about making your mornings more fun and interactive.
Well, if it can get me out of bed, I'm all for it.
Same here. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, but let's see how long it takes for us to get used to the game sounds and start ignoring them.
True, true. But for now, it's a fun novelty.
And who knows, maybe it'll be the first step towards a fully Ganified Nintendo home?
Haha, that would be amazing. A whole house filled with Nintendo magic.
Yeah, but let's not get too carried away. One step at a time.
Agreed. But it's exciting to think about the possibilities.
And maybe it could be used in therapeutic settings for people who have difficulty waking up.
Oh, that's a great idea. It could really help some people.
Yeah, and it's nice to see Nintendo thinking outside the box.
Definitely. It's a cool innovation.
And who knows, maybe we'll see integrations with real-time games or rewards for waking up on time in the future.
Ha, that would be awesome. A whole new level of motivation.
Yeah, but for now, let's just enjoy the alarm clock and see where it goes.
Agreed. It's a fun addition to the Nintendo world.
And maybe it'll help us all get out of bed a little easier.
Ha, here's hoping.
Well, let's see how it works out for everyone.
Yes, and maybe we'll get some more cool features in the future.
Definitely, Nintendo always surprises us.
And that's what makes them so great.
True, true. Well, let's move on to the next news.
Oh yes, let's do it. I'm excited to see what's next.
Me too. Let's dive in.
Oh my gosh, Chizu, have you heard the news about Little Big Planet 3?
Of course I have. It's all over the internet.
They're removing it from the PlayStation Store permanently?
Yeah, on October 31st. It's like they're closing down a beloved amusement park.
But why? That game was so creative and fun.
Server issues, Ruri. Hackers have been causing insurmountable problems.
Hackers? That's so mean. They're like digital vandals.
Exactly. It's like they're repeatedly breaking into a community art space.
And now all those amazing community levels are gone forever.
Yep, it's like erasing a digital museum filled with user-created exhibits.
That's so sad. What will happen to the game's legacy?
It might become a rare collector's item like a book going out of print.
Do you think Sony will release a remaster or remake?
Maybe. They did that with Horizon Zero Dawn.
That would be awesome. But what about the current owners?
They can still play it if they own it or bought it before October 31st.
That's good to know. But what about new players?
They'll miss out on a great game. It's like a city demolishing a historic building.
That's so sad. What can other game developers learn from this?
Better cybersecurity measures, for one, and maybe more focus on offline play.
Yeah, local multiplayer could make a comeback.
Exactly, it's like a resurgence of interest in old school gaming.
Do you think this will affect game ownership in the digital age?
Definitely, it's a reminder that digital games can disappear.
That's scary. What about the trust between Sony and its customers?
It might take a hit. People might be more cautious about buying digital games.
I hope they learn from this and improve their security.
Me too. It's a wake-up call for the entire industry.
Do you think this will influence the future of user-generated content?
It might. Developers might be more cautious about allowing user content.
That would be a shame. User-generated content is so creative.
True, but it comes with risks. Maybe they'll find a balance.
I hope so. Little Big Planet 3 was such a unique game.
It was, and its removal is a big loss for the gaming community.
Do you think this will affect the perceived value of physical copies?
Probably. Physical copies might become more valuable.
That's interesting. Maybe people will start collecting physical games again.
It's possible. Digital games are convenient, but they lack permanence.
That's a good point. What do you think the long-term implications are?
For game preservation, it's a big concern. Digital games can vanish.
That's so sad. We need to find ways to preserve digital games.
Agreed. It's a challenge, but it's important for the future of gaming.
Do you think this will prompt changes in server maintenance?
Hopefully, companies need to prioritize security and longevity.
That would be great. We don't want more games disappearing.
No, we don't. It's a lesson for the entire industry.
Well, at least we can still play it if we own it.
True, but it's still a loss for new players.
Yeah, it's like a piece of gaming history is being erased.
Exactly. It's a sad day for Little Big Planet fans.
Oh my gosh. Chizu, did you hear about PlayStation pulling Hotline Miami 2 from Aussie PS5 owners?
Yeah, I heard. It's like they just realized the game was banned a decade ago. How do you miss something like that?
I know, right? It's like they were living under a rock or something.
More like they had a momentary lapse in judgment. It's like a library suddenly realizing it has been lending out a banned book for years.
Hahaha, that's a good analogy. But seriously, how did they not know?
Maybe they thought the Australian Classification Board had a change of heart, but nope, reality hit them hard.
It's like a border control officer belatedly realizing they've been letting in a prohibited item for months.
Exactly. And now they're scrambling to refund everyone. It's a mess.
Poor Aussie gamers. They must be so confused.
Confused? More like frustrated. They had the game and now it's gone. It's like a glitch in the Matrix.
Ha, that's a funny way to put it, but it's also kind of sad.
Yeah, it is. The ACB's persistent enforcement is similar to a strict parent maintaining a childhood rule long after the child has grown up.
Oh, that's a good one too. But what about the gamers who bought it through PlayStation Plus?
They got the boot too. Sony told them their access was removed. It's like a remote-controlled self-destruct feature being activated on all copies.
That's so harsh. What are they supposed to do now?
Probably just wait and see if anything changes, but this situation highlights the complexities of global game distribution.
Yeah, it does. And the long-lasting impact of regional content ratings.
Exactly. PlayStation's oversight is going to have some serious implications for digital ownership and game preservation.
Do you think this will lead to changes in how global digital storefronts manage regional content restrictions?
It might, but it also raises questions about trusts in digital purchases. How can gamers be sure their games won't be pulled at any moment?
That's a good point. And what about game developers targeting the Australian market?
They'll have to be extra careful. This incident could lead to a renewed discussion about game classification standards in Australia.
Do you think PlayStation will implement new measures to prevent similar incidents in the future?
Probably. But it also reflects on the effectiveness of region locking in the digital age.
Yeah, it does. And might this situation reignite debates about game censorship and artistic freedom in the gaming industry?
Definitely, it's a hot topic, and this incident will only fuel the fire.
It's so interesting how one little oversight can have such a big impact.
Yeah, it's a reminder that even the biggest companies can make mistakes.
And it's also a reminder of how important it is to stay informed about these things.
True, but let's not forget, it's also kind of funny in a weird way.
Haha, yeah, it is. But also kind of sad for the gamers involved.
Yeah, it's a bittersweet situation, but at least we can learn from it.
Definitely, and maybe it'll lead to some positive changes in the future.
Let's hope so. But for now, let's just enjoy the irony of it all.
Ha. Yeah, let's do that.
So, any other big gaming news we should talk about?
Not that I know of, but who knows what else might pop up?
True. The gaming world is always full of surprises.
Yeah, it is. And that's what makes it so exciting.
Agreed. Well, let's keep an eye out for anything else interesting.
Definitely. And in the meantime, let's just enjoy the irony of the situation.
Haha, yeah, let's do that.
So what do you think about the whole thing?
I think it's a mix of funny and frustrating, but mostly it's a reminder that even the biggest companies can make mistakes.
Yeah, it is. And it's also a reminder of how important it is to stay informed about these things.
True. But let's not forget, it's also kind of funny in a weird way.
Ha ha, yeah, it is, but also kind of sad for the gamers involved.
Yeah, it's a bittersweet situation, but at least we can learn from it.
Definitely. And maybe it'll lead to some positive changes in the future.
Let's hope so. But for now, let's just enjoy the irony of it all.
Ha ha. Yeah, let's do that.
So, any other big gaming news we should talk about?
So have you heard about the Silent Hill 2 remake mods?
Oh, Silent Hill. More like Silent Fog, am I right?
Haha. Yeah, the fog is kind of iconic, but some modders are changing that.
Of course they are. Modders always find a way to mess with perfection.
Well, one modder, Francis Lewis, made a mod that removes the fog entirely.
Oh, so now we can see all the ugly textures they tried to hide. Great.
Huh. No, it actually makes the game look really different, like completely different.
Yeah, like turning a horror game into a sightseeing tour. Welcome to Silent Hill, folks.
And then there's the Sunny Hills mod, which makes everything sunny and bright.
Sunny Hills. More like Sunny Hill. I bet it's hilarious.
Haha. Yeah, it's a bit too bright, but you can still remove the fog if you want.
So, what's next? A beach party mod? Silent Hill, Beach Edition.
Ha! That would be something. But there's more. Norse Kiel made a mod that replaces James Sunderland with the model from the 2001 game.
Oh, nostalgia trip. Because the original model was so much better, right?
Well, it does give a retro feel, and then there's a performance configuration from Mac Moderator that makes it look like a PS2 game.
So, we are going from HD to SD. Classic.
Yeah, it's like a demake. And once the fog is gone, you can install a Flycam mod to really explore Silent Hill.
Flycam. So now we're just sightseeing. Look, honey, there's the Comic Sans Ranch sign.
Ha ha. Exactly. And the cheekiest mod of all is replacing James Sunderland with Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Oh, that's just perfect. Sorry, James. You were too busy at bingo to find your wife.
Haha. Yeah, it's like a crossover nightmare.
So, what's next? Silent Hill meets Mario Kart? Silent Hill Racing Edition?
Ha ha ha. That would be something. But seriously, the mods are making the game so different.
Yeah, it's like playing a whole new game, or maybe just a really bad fan fiction.
Haha, true. But it's fun to see what people come up with.
Fun for some, I guess. For me, it's just another reason to mock the gaming community.
But it's not just about the mods. The Silent Hill 2 remake itself got high critical acclaim.
Oh, so the base game is good against all odds, they say.
Yeah, Bloober Team did a great job expanding and preserving the original game.
Maybe they should have left the fog alone then.
Huh? Maybe. But the mods are still interesting, right?
Interesting, yes. But also a bit ridiculous.
Well, the Sunny Hills mod does make it look like a completely different game.
Sunny Hills. Silent Fog. It's like they're playing with the game's identity.
Yeah, it's like they're reimagining Silent Hill in their own way.
Reimagining. More like redecorating. Welcome to Silent Hill. Now with more sunshine.
Exactly. And the Leon Kennedy mod is just, well, it's something.
Leon Kennedy and Silent Hill. That's a crossover I didn't ask for.
Huh. But it's funny, right? Like, what would Leon do in Silent Hill?
Probably just shoot everything in sight. Sorry, James. But I'm here to save the day.
Ha ha. Yeah, that would be interesting to see.
Interesting, but also a bit of a mess. Mods can be fun, but they can also be a bit much.
True, but it's all part of the fun, right? Experimenting with the game.
Experimenting, yes. But sometimes it feels like they're just messing with the game for the sake of it.
Huh, maybe. But at least it keeps things interesting.
Interesting. Sure. But also a bit chaotic.
Well, that's the beauty of mods, I guess. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, it's like a box of chocolates but with more fog and less chocolate.
Exactly. And the Comic Sans Ranch sign mod is just, well, it's something.
Comic Sans? Really? That's just cruel.
Yeah, but it's also kind of funny.
Funny, maybe, but also a bit of a nightmare.
Well, that's Silent Hill for you. Always a bit of a nightmare.
Yep. But with these mods, it's like they're trying to make it even more of a nightmare.
Haha, maybe, but it's all in good fun, right?
Fun, sure, but also a bit of a mess.
Well, in the next topic, we have some pretty shocking news about Roblox. Apparently, there's a report that claims the company has been inflating its player numbers to investors by as much as 42%.
Oh, great. Just what we needed. Another company lying to make themselves look better.
Yeah, it's really concerning. The report says that Roblox has been doing this since 2021, based on interviews with former employees.
Of course they have. It's not like they're the first company to do something like this, but still, 42%. That's a pretty big lie.
I know, right? And it's not just the player numbers. The report also talks about how Roblox has failed to keep inappropriate content off the platform.
Yeah, because that's exactly what you want when you're playing a game meant for kids. Pornography and violent content.
Exactly. The report mentions examples like Roblox experiences named after sex offenders and chat rooms where child sexual abuse images were being traded.
It's disgusting, and yet Roblox keeps saying they're a safe platform? How can they even say that with a straight face?
I don't know, but the report also says that Roblox insiders have cashed out $1.7 billion in stock while reporting losses each quarter.
Greed at its finest. They're more interested in lining their pockets than actually running a decent business.
And get this, the report claims that Roblox's user numbers are being artificially inflated by multiple accounts owned by the same user and bot accounts.
The classic bot arming strategy. Boost those numbers, make it look like you're more popular than you really are.
Yeah, and the former employees say that the company detects these fake accounts but doesn't flag them publicly.
Of course they don't. That would ruin the illusion they're trying to create.
The report also mentions how Roblox is reaching a saturation point in the US and Europe, with profitability per user falling as they try to grow their audience.
So they're basically trying to expand into markets where they'll lose money just to keep up the appearance of growth.
Exactly, it's like they're more focused on looking good on paper than actually being a good company.
And let's not forget the child safety issues. Roblox has been criticized for this for a while now, and it doesn't seem like they're doing much to fix it.
Yeah, it's really disappointing, especially since Roblox is supposed to be a platform for kids.
It's almost like they don't care about the kids at all, just about the money.
And the report mentions that Roblox itself reported 13,316 instances of child exploitation in 2023.
13,316. That's insane. And yet, they still think they're a safe platform.
It's really sad. You'd think they'd prioritize keeping kids safe, but it seems like they're more interested in making money.
Well, at least now people are starting to see through their lies. Maybe this report will force them to actually do something about it.
I hope so. It's really important that platforms like Roblox take child safety seriously.
Yeah, but I won't hold my breath. Companies like this rarely change unless they're forced to.
True, but at least now people know the truth.
And that's something. Maybe it'll make other companies think twice before trying to pull the same tricks.
Hopefully. It's really important that we hold companies accountable for their actions.
Absolutely. And if they're not going to do it themselves, then we need to do it for them.
Yeah, it's the only way to make sure they actually change.
And maybe, just maybe it'll make the internet a safer place for everyone.
That would be amazing. But for now, we can at least spread the word about what's going on with Roblox.
Definitely. The more people know, the better.
And who knows? Maybe this will be the wake-up call they need to start taking things seriously.
One can only hope, but until then, we'll keep talking about it and making sure people know the truth.
Well, Chizu, do you think this could put other video game studios under scrutiny?
Oh, absolutely. When one big company gets caught with their pants down, it tends to make everyone else a little nervous.
Yeah, I can see that. It's like when one kid gets caught cheating on a test, and suddenly the teacher starts looking at everyone else more closely.
Exactly. And in this case, it's not just about cheating. It's about lying to investors and putting kids at risk. That's a pretty big deal.
I mean, if Roblox is inflating numbers and failing at content moderation, who's to say other companies aren't doing the same?
Good point. It's not like this is the first time we've seen shady practices in the gaming industry. Remember when EA was caught with their loot boxes?
Oh, right? That was a whole other mess, but it did make people start questioning other companies' practices too.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. Investors are going to start asking more questions, regulators might get involved, and competitors are going to be on high alert.
So, in a way, this could be a good thing. If it forces other companies to clean up their act.
Maybe, but it also means that the pressure on these companies is going to be even higher. They'll have to be more transparent, more accountable.
And that could be a challenge for some of them, especially if they've been hiding things too.
Exactly. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out of this looking good and who ends up with egg on their face.
Do you think any other big companies are going to get caught in the crossfire?
It's possible. If there's one thing we've learned, it's that where there's smoke, there's usually fire, and with Roblox getting this much attention, others might start feeling the heat.
That could be a lot of pressure for them, especially if they're not prepared for it.
Yeah, but it's also a chance for them to show that they're doing things right. If they can prove that they're transparent and ethical, they might come out of this looking even better.
True. It's kind of like a test of their integrity.
Exactly. And in the end, it's the players, especially the kids, who stand to benefit the most.
I hope so. It's really important that we have safe spaces for kids to play online.
Agreed. And if this report helps push companies in that direction, then maybe it's not all bad.
Yeah, it's a silver lining, I guess, but it's still really disappointing that it had to come to this.
Yeah, but sometimes you need a wake-up call to get people to change.
True, and hopefully this will be the wake-up call that the gaming industry needs.
Let's hope so. For now, we can at least keep talking about it and making sure people know what's going on.
Definitely. The more people know, the better.
And who knows, maybe this will be the start of a new era of transparency in the gaming industry.
One can only hope, but for now, we'll keep spreading the word and making sure people are informed.
Absolutely, and if we can help make the internet a safer place for everyone, then it's worth it.
Yeah, it really is. Thanks for talking this through with me, Chizu.
Anytime. Ruri, it's important to stay informed and keep the pressure on these companies.
Definitely. And who knows? Maybe this will be the start of something good.
Let's hope so, but for now, we'll keep doing what we can.
Agreed. And thanks again for your insights, Chizu. Well, it was quite a roller coaster of news, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we covered a lot today.
I can't believe how much happened in just one day.
You know, it's like every day is a new adventure in the world of gaming.
Huh, you're right. It's like we're always on the edge of our seats.
Speaking of which, did you finish that new game you were playing?
Oh, you mean Mystic Realms? Yeah, I did. It was so much fun.
Fun? More like a time sink, but I guess that's what we love. Right?
Ha ha ha, true. It's all about the escapism.
And the memes? Can't forget the memes.
Oh, definitely. The community is always coming up with the funniest stuff.
Yeah, like that one with the cat in the spacesuit suit. Classic.
Ha! I can't believe you remembered that.
How could I forget? It's meme gold.
Well, I think we've had a great time chatting today.
Yeah, it's been fun. Thanks for having me, Ruri.
Thanks for joining me, Chizu. I always enjoy our talks.
Same here. let's do this again soon.
Absolutely. Until next time, everyone.
Stay safe, stay gaming, and don't forget to laugh.
Haha, yes. Keep smiling and keep playing.
All right, folks, that's a wrap. See you next time.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Later?
Bye.